Hi, this is Benandorf. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Victoria 2, Heart of Darkness. Last left off, we were in the midst of declaring and prosecuting war against literally everyone, so let's get started with that. Before I do that, I'm going to expand the naval base here in Alaska. And then, let's see, we have a war justification against China currently in the process. And so that will be our first target. But towards that, we of course have another army in the midst of being built. Liberia goes bankrupt. They're the lucky ones this time. Hooray for them, I suppose. And our industry quickly sort of figures itself out. More social reforms are available. Dang, they want a lot of minimum wage. Heck, since we are subsidizing anyways, doesn't matter to me. And that lowers our income pretty significantly, but not terribly. We still have plenty of bureaucrats, although our reforms are slowly catching up. And Henan has too many craftsmen at the moment. So I'm going to switch over to, we don't really need capitalists. I'll just leave it be for the moment. I am, however, going to, that was the wrong button. I am, however, going to unsubsidize all of these factories and let the market kind of figure itself out. Crap. That was a big screw up on my part. I hit the wrong button, and so all of these that were currently in the midst of expanding lost all of that progress. That sucks. But just got lower factory costs, so that might help a little bit with some of this. And now capitalists will expand all of the necessary factories anyways. We have plenty in our national bank for them to pull from. Now, it's nice that they've upgraded all the infrastructure as well. We just got another core. And it's looking like we're having some problem getting enough guards here, or enough small arms to finish up all of these productions. There's that's right, 13th Army's over here in USA. At this point, we are closing in on the point where we will no longer be able to declare wars after we make peace, because we won't have time for the truce. But I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. Oof. Should have meant to move one of these armies next to the Chinese. That's alright, though. I'm going to reposition now, and no time like the present. Or like the present. Ooh. Let's first decide where we want to take. Northern Sahili, of course, we won't be able to take. Northern Anhui has a pretty low number of population. Southern, on the other hand, has quite a few, although it does not have that many provinces. Yeah, we'll start with Southern. Unless any of these others. And unfortunately, it looks like this will be the last state we can take from the Chinese. It's been a long, bloody road for them. And so here it ends. Our last war against the Chinese. And we have reached them. Oh, and the crazy Luang Prabang people are trying to fight against us as well. That's going to end very poorly for them. Lower factory costs, and Daming is being occupied again. There's been so much blood in that place over the last 100 years. But this should be the last time anyone tries to occupy it. And we're starting to occupy. Engaging the enemy. I completely wiped out the enemy here in Southeast Asia, to no surprise. And small army in Beijing we finished off. Enemies trying to occupy a bit of our land here and there, but it's not going to end well for them. Tractor in Bonan. It's not super useful, but still. And a couple successful battles. plus beginning to occupy because those battles have ended. And there's the first bit of occupation. So let's clear out the enemy here in Southeast Asia and then keep pressing the attack. Complete wipeout in Eastern China, well, what once was Eastern China, Western Japanese Empire, I should say, at this point. More occupations. Ooh, looks like we've got a large army, or a couple large armies that we should be able to destroy here and there. Fascist soup kitchens. I'm okay with them supporting the fascists. Still pretty much who I want in charge. And number more battles, but finish the occupation of Beijing. So I'm going to just swing around and try and clear out all of these big armies before I move back in to occupy some more. The Chinese have decided to attack me, which is a very poor choice. I don't care how many infantry they throw at me. I am very much at the advantage here. I have over twice their organization, to say nothing of other stats. Mechanized mining in another state. And we've had our first casualty of lack of subsidies. I'm going to go ahead and resubsidize at this point. I think it's been closed for long enough. And more jingoism. 10%, yeah, I'll take that. Extra jingoism is always a good thing. Occupation has finished. So I'm going to swing this army around and try and clear out some of the Chinese that are trying to take back, or trying to take some land. And it looks like our 6th army has met quite the large Chinese army, so I'm going to reinforce them. I imagine because of the small frontage, the Japanese would be able to eventually win this anyways. And though this general is terrible at defense, but tossing in some extra troops is never a bad idea, especially when it puts in somebody that suddenly adds +5 to our rolls over what it was before. Battle of Datong, we lost 1,800 and killed 100 something thousand. Always a plus. And this is still burn the Summer Palace. Still not going to do that. Don't care. No value. Actually, you know what? Infamy no longer matters to me. Screw it, let's do it. And, yep, nothing really happened. The Chinese just gained... oh, wrong button. Chinese just gained some war exhaustion. So, like I had said, doesn't do anything, but made me feel better. Got to burn down their nice things. I like to be the reason why China can't have nice things. But they're trying to take back Beijing. Oh, another extremely successful battle. Lost 4,500 troops, killed 138,000. And I'm going to go ahead and follow them up. These last 250-something thousand will not be getting away. In fact, that's probably, yeah, wow, 450-something brigades. So that's a large chunk, but there's also a lot of troops still down here in the northern reaches of our empire on the mainland. Another successful battle. And occupation that took forever because we had to actually fight the war, or fight a battle during it. But another successful battle. Another successful battle. These tend to keep happening. Oh. Let's clear out the Chinese and then move on to Luang Prabang. More wipeouts of Chinese troops. More battles being made. And another very successful battle here. Oh, we've even been attacked somewhere. Ah, because we were blocking off the retreat point. So I'm going to finish occupying and then chase down the remainder of these armies. Oof. Wow, we just suddenly lost a bunch of money. I was not paying much attention. There we go, back in the green. Or we should be anyways. Navies aren't cheap. Well, military in general is not cheap. And I'm going to put it so they're all paying right under the 33%. I can do equal taxes for all at this point. And more battles being joined across the land. Fortunately, the battles aren't doing anything for us as far as war score at this point. Although they're probably increasing war exhaustion. But we've still got a ways to go before the Chinese will give up this land. Successful battles like that certainly don't hurt, though. Even if they're unnecessary. And yeah, I'm gonna have to clear out all of these Chinese now. Wow. Wiping out tons of troops, though. But I'm gonna send these armies back, walking through some of our captured or currently owned territory. Because, yeah, there's a lot of troops hanging out in our land that we need to remove. Thankfully, we have all those forts, so shouldn't have too much of a problem removing them. But it's still just a matter of getting it done. Tractors in Osaka, which is nice. More battles, more successful battles. I don't think we could lose a battle here if we wanted to. But the Chinese are trying to occupy or take back some of the land that we have taken from them, either currently being occupied or taken in the past. But more complete wipeouts of brigades. They're down to under 400 brigades now, so we're making progress. It's not a good war if we don't wipe out everyone. Oh, and where's my head? Need to get justifying another war as soon as one stops. Time is of the essence. And another successful occupation there. Let's go ahead and grab some more of the Chinese Empire. And gonna occupy a bit more of their land. They have a lot of just tiny occupation forces that aren't really doing anything. No, I'm not gonna give you white peace. You join this war against us, and you have to see it out to the bloody end. If that means that you go bankrupt because I've destroyed your industry, well, shouldn't have joined against us. Another successful battle, but have lost occupation down here because I forgot about the Second Army. Damn it, I need to pay more attention to that kind of thing. Now I feel dumb. Doesn't matter in the long run, but oh, another very successful battle. That does tend to happen. And this 10th Army is currently sort of work in progress, but I'm going to do what I can with it. We still can't get enough small arms, unfortunately, for our last chunk of army, or our last guard, but we also still have artillery in the midst of being built, which may end up working out very poorly for those artillery when they get built and they're immediately wiped out. Organizational development is finished. So, what to do next? Heck, I'll do collectivist theory. One can never have too many Karl Marxes and Friedrich Engels, Sidney Webbs, all that, for that whole one prestige each one will give us. But hey, every bit counts, I suppose. And getting close to being able to... they will accept the offer. So I'm going to try and move this army back down so that they will not get stuck in Chinese land. And another successful occupation, naturally. Gonna wipe out some more troops while I'm waiting for the 8th Army, no, not 8th Army, 1st Army to get back into Southeast Asia. And then I will force a peace. Oh, or they could even just go ahead and surrender. So I will accept that. And we can create a state in Japanese Laos. Welcome to the Brotherhood, tiny state. Now, the important part, let's toss some capitalists here. And plenty of capitalists here in Suzhou, so I'm going to switch that over to craftsmen. Man, we have a ton of unemployed craftsmen in some of these. So I'm going to immediately start building more factories in southern, or upgrading the factories in southern Anhui. And we're still going to have too many craftsmen, but it will be a little bit better. I really wish that the capitalists would build another level in Henan, but just because we really could use the extra factories that are always expanding. But it wouldn't be a problem had I not screwed up, so it is what it is. I'm going to pay off my loans. And rearrange these armies a little bit, move them to where they will be best ready to fight. Russia's not going to try anything. Come on, find some more small arms. I want this guard to finish. In fact, what I'm going to do is lower spending on land by a little bit and see if that doesn't allow them. It's not appearing to. There's just not enough small arms out here right now. Well, it'll figure itself out eventually, or it won't. It's not a huge deal. I'll give all the capitalists this money from the extra tea. Let's see. Leave all of the armies should be back safely in our land. And it would appear as such. So, collectivist theory just finished, so I'll do historical theory. There's really not much else for me to research at this point. And we're just waiting for this next war justification. And in fact, going to move down some armies to be ready for that war. We have plenty of money. Let's find some more places to upgrade forts. Well, if we can have any. I do recall that we upgraded pretty much all of them, so we may not... Oh, and that's why we're having problems. Because we can't get all of the... we have all of these building, and so we're not able to get all of the small arms and artillery and such. That's because they're just buying them one at a time. So what I'm going to do is de-automate all of these, and hopefully I'll be able to buy all this stuff immediately. And we'll see if that fixes any of these issues we're having. Loan interest just went down for what little that's worth. And no, it's not fixing it, or at least it doesn't appear to be. But I will allow the poor strata to become more fascist. And after I take some more of Guangxi, I suppose I should take the rest of Cambodia, but it's so small. I could take more of Burma as well, but again, quite small. Let's see, USA has a truce until 32. Mexico, on the other hand, does not. So Mexico is going to be our next target. Another holy site disturbed, because apparently we can't avoid doing that. Let's respect their beliefs, I suppose. International crisis. Not interested in getting involved. But France did, so I'm going to declare my interest and see where the chips fall. Upper house got rearranged and artillery just got better. I'm going to stop there for today. We've now taken probably what is probably the last state we will take from China, unfortunately, and are continuing our bloody march across the world. So, thanks for watching, and check back soon for more Victoria 2, Heart of Darkness.